Once you've created a project, you'll be able to add in milestones and tasks. For this video, we'll focus on what a milestone is. A milestone is a reference point that marks an event in your project, and it's used to monitor the progress. It's essentially built up of tasks, which will define the beginning and end point. Once we're in our project main screen, we can look at our Gantt chart and we can see some milestones and tasks that have already been added in. And as you can see, this milestone is built up of 3 different tasks, and that defines its beginning and its end point. But let's say we want to add a new one after our project is slated to end on the 16th of January. Say we want to plan a launch after development and we need some extra signage. Let's go into the Milestones tab. Under the Milestones tab, we'll click Create Milestone, and we'll name it Launch Materials, and click Create. Once we create that milestone, it'll have a start and end date of NA because we haven't added any tasks into it yet to define that start and end date. That's no problem. What you can do is click directly on that milestone and either add an existing task or create a brand new one. For this case, we'll create a brand new one. Once we're in the Create menu, we can name our new task. Let's name it Collect Signage from Vendors. And from there, we can select our start and end date. And since our last task was slated to end on the 16th of January, let's make sure that this one begins on the 16th of January, and it'll probably take us a good day to collect that signage. So let's go ahead and make that happen on the 17th. So we're expecting about 9.5 hours to collect the signage, which seems pretty appropriate. And then we can set the status to in progress or not started yet. Since it's a ways away, we can always keep it at not started, and also set the priority level of how important it is. After we're done filling out all of the details, we can create that task. Once the task is created, it'll pop up in that same field at the bottom, and you can change the status directly from here. But after we close this window, you'll see that the start date and end date have now changed and are representing the proper value. And if we go back to our Gantt chart and view the project trajectory, if we scroll over to the right enough, we can see our launch materials milestone and the task that defines that milestone.